I mean, I was up on the seat, full trust with the camera. I was like,
your head, dude. I can't believe you do that.
That's just because he has the irrational froth.
Yeah.
we're here in Australia, the other side of the world, with our boy Brooksy over here. And he's been hosting us the last week or so. We're here for a 2-week-long trip in Australia, doing some saltwater fishing, a little bit of freshwater fishing, and just tons of new species. But we're also got Brent here.
Hello.
The boy. And we got old Yvonne.
The man.
A.K.A. Big Horse.
The big horse.
The big horse.
He's no longer Ivan anymore. Just the big horse.
The big horse.
That's right. Nay.
Nay, dude.
Yeah. There's no room to dance right now. I can't throw the full horse dance out, so I'm trying to be a subdued.
You could probably pull it off pretty easily.
Being a subdued horse right now.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. We'll get in. I don't even.
Podcast horse.
How did this start? Because you started saying this at some point, but I don't know where it came from or what was going on.
I was just trying to have the boat as like level as possible for the run, and he's the biggest dude, and I didn't want to call him fat, so the next obvious thing was big horse. Come sit here with me, big horse. Because if he was walking around the boat as much as you do, we would have probably sunk.
Well, the nickname works really well. I thought you were calling him after his last name, Orsic, but it's just the accent.
I had no idea
Saying
about the
horse.
last name.
Orsic. Fuck.
It's all right.
Orsic.
It's actually Orsic, guys. But anyway, yeah, big horse works. It works a lot better than fat. I've been called fat a lot, but big horse is like it's a much better spin on being called fat, you know?
Yeah, you're a stallion.
Athletic.
I feel like you've really like adopted the name as well. He introduced himself to one of the boys as Big Horse earlier,
No?
and I feel like possible license name change when he gets home.
Yeah. I mean, I've already informed my wife that that's how I prefer to be called. My children will no longer call me dad. It'll be Big Horse, so I'm like leaning into it hard.
I think the wife calling you Big Horse could be pretty powerful too. Like, come over here,
Very,
Big Horse.
Very
Let me
powerful.
ride the Big Horse.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
really
Can you do the
powerful.
dishes, Big Horse? Well, sounds better than, you know.
Do the fucking dishes now.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah. Plus, there's a great song
Yeah.
that
There's
we've listened to no less than like 20 times.
yeah. There's
Maybe 30.
74,000 streams on that song, and I
Yeah.
think we are probably
Half of them, yeah.
Yeah, at least half.
In the past 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. You guys can find it on the internets.
It's called Big Fucking Horse. That's what it's called.
There it is, Uncle
Uncle
Willie, baby. If you want to know what's
Shout
been
out
going
to
through our
Uncle
brains on the boat, it's Big Fucking Horse. But dude, I'm curious. Let's go back because I'm trying to remember how we met online in the first place, like how we connected. I can't remember if like it had to be on Instagram,
Yeah, I think
but
maybe I'd like to say you probably fangirled me, but I think I probably fangirled you because I was getting into fly fishing and I watched a few of the videos. But apart from that, there was only a couple of convos and then we're coming. So
right.
the boys are keen.
The boys are here. I know we had talked a little bit on Instagram. I saw you were getting into fly fishing, and I thought it was cool the way you were approaching it because you're already a pretty seasoned angler and don't really need to get into something like fly fishing. And it's quite the challenge to take on, I feel like, coming from just a conventional different world. So, like, walk me through why did you want to get into fly fishing in the first place? And, like, how did that journey go for you?
Well, there's two things of why. One thing is, like, you want to keep fresh mentally in fishing, and if you do the same thing over and over again, you get a little bit stale, and fly fishing was like the next thing for a mental challenge for me to like just keep excited and keep the froth going when I can catch a little fish this big, you know. So if I catch a little fish that big these days on spin, I'm just like, oh, go away. Which sounds kind of shit, but you get a bit desensitized when you're like fishing every day, and there's like, we've got such good fishing here, you know. So mental freshness was one thing, and then the other thing was like, a lot of you guys will probably hate it, but I wanted to like stir up some people in the fly fishing world, and I copped a bit of shit from a lot of fly fishermen, like when I just picked up a rod and caught a fish one time, and it wasn't intentional to stir the shit. It was just like luck that I caught the fish. But I went, I'll just have a stab, and my whole brain thought was make fly fishing great again, but cross out the again, just to piss people off. But I actually really enjoy it. It's super fun. It's like the most stupid thing on earth. It's the most like unpractical thing on earth. But for whatever reason, it's kind of fun as well at the same time. Yeah. Sometimes. Yeah.
I mean, Fly Guide.
3 out of 6 times so far.
Yeah.
It's been pretty fun for you.
Yeah. Well, one of those times wasn't that fun. Especially wasn't fun for Brent, but well, 2 of those times weren't that fun for Brent, but no, I enjoy it. It's a challenge. That's the cool thing, and yeah, it's kind of easy to go and do what you know. It's harder to learn something new and learn the hard way, and then get it going.
Mm-hmm. Didn't you say your dad grew up tying flies?
Yeah,
or something like that.
I think when I was a kid, like my old man used to be really into fly fishing and all kinds of like sports fishing stuff, I guess. And yeah, I think I was like probably 11 or 12, and I was like tying flies somehow. I've got some in there. I'll have to find them, but they're like reeking, terrible, shitty little hooks. But I'm sure they'd work. We should probably take one and try and catch a fish on it.
Dude.
Absolutely.
Where were you growing up? Were those trout flies? GT
No.
flies?
They were like just like little. I don't even know what they are, man. They're just like little flies. I was making like weird ones that were like dragonflies and shit. But
To go fishing in the ocean or in the rivers?
I was just bored and doing it.
Arts and crafts.
Yeah. I gave a box of like the good ones to my mate Matt, and he lost them. So I've still got a few here though. It'd be pretty funny to catch something on them.
No.
Bring them out to the reef.
No. Fish would look at it and the hook would bend.
That's one surprising thing to me is that, like, I was more or less responsible for bringing all the flies and gear for the trip. And I went around to all my shops and talked to all the, like, people that have been on GT trips and all this stuff. And they're like, SL12S, 6/0, that's the hook you want. Like,
turns out
I come out here and, like, day one, I'm getting shit for these little pansy hooks that I brought. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Point in case right there. Yeah. Scotty's first GT broke the hook.
The hook is gone.
Yeah.
I just hold up that one of those stick baits there and look at the hook on that in comparison. And those hooks bend and snap as well. So like there's
it's
a
not
fine
even
line.
close. Like, yeah.
It's such a different weight class of fishing.
Yeah.
Like it's one thing to go from trout fishing with nymphs and dry flies to streamer fishing in a trout stream, but then it's another thing to come here with that we would think is like a huge hook in our world, and it is like a midge compared to what you're using.
Well, I can't even imagine like tying a leader with like what do you use, 6 pound line or something?
Yeah,
it's
like
ridiculous.
6 to 10.
6 to 10 is fairly heavy.
Yeah.
That's heavy.
I mean, a lot of times we'll fish 6X, which I think is like 2.4 pound.
Yeah,
that's 6X. I refuse.
I'm a hater of the 6X.
I'll just be on record for
That's a different world to me though, that kind of stuff. Like I've never used line that light ever. Like I think the lightest leader I've ever used is like 15 pound or something. Like
What would you use that for?
I wouldn't use it here. You'd be off your head to use it here.
Yeah, even the 20 pound was a little on the light side for tusky fishing.
Yeah, I think 20 pound for the permit stuff. Yeah,
No.
but
Makes
if you need to
sense.
stop something, you don't want to be with the little light stuff.
Yeah.
But it's all relative. It's what you're used to, and the grass is always greener, I guess, as well. To me, that sounds appealing, going trout fishing, you know, just because I've never really done it. So,
Come on out.
Well, you should come.
yeah.
We
You
know
can
the
pick on
travel's
me.
possible.
Yeah. Watch you fish some rising fish. See how that goes, buddy.
We'll be on the bank heckling.
He'll probably catch them though, because every saltwater angler that I've taken freshwater fishing, they like can cast better than like most trout anglers and they catch fish pretty quickly. And it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
The casting better might be a bit of a long stretch here.
You don't.
It's short.
You don't have to cast, dude. You have to cast like mostly 15 to 20 feet for trout. And
What's that in
even
meters?
You can do that.
3 meters.
3 meters. Yeah.
Oh, that's
even
close.
you can do that, Brooksy.
This is also something that has been a brain fog, like thrown us totally off, has been the conversion meters and feet. We found out real quick on the second day when we were on this flat looking for GTs, and I saw one, and I'm still not sure meters yet. Like, it just doesn't click in my brain, and I said 20 meters to a fish that happened to be, what, like 5 meters away?
I'd say 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 15
It was
feet.
like
I was
10
looking
feet.
out in the distance, like going, 20 meters, that's pretty far. But
Yeah.
and then it was like right there. So
20 meters is like 2/3 of your fly line.
Oh, my God.
And you were like, that fish was like a roll cast away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's been a little confusion on that front.
Yeah.
But we're
I think
making
we've got there though. We've gone all right
Scotty's not a human
with a bit of like
calculator,
pointing
that's
and
okay.
swearing. Like we'll get there.
My favorite is the fish is right there, and Scotty or one of us goes, I don't know where it is. It's right there. It's fluoro blue.
Can't see it, buddy.
I don't see
No,
the
it was
blue.
It was me.
Fluoro blue are your eyes
Yeah. Oh,
painted
your
on.
eyes painted on, Ivan. They might be. They might be. I mean, look, it is fluoro blue. 100% of Tusky's fluoro blue. But like, so is the water. You know, like the water is also.
It's
blue as hell.
literally glowing.
I know,
The
I
rocks
know.
are brown. It's like as blue as his hat,
Yeah.
shining at you.
No, you're not wrong.
Once
I
you
should
see
have
him,
seen it. I should have seen it.
You did in the end though.
Yeah. Eventually.
Didn't really matter though.
No.
should we talk about the amount of bow time Yvonne has?
He's racked up a bit now.
Yeah, I had a couple. Yesterday, or 2 days ago, I had a little bit of time. But yeah, the first couple of days was like, Scotty spent a good deal of time. We sort of, I think, figuring out the program, right? Like, so Scotty was making a couple casts at GTs. We were on the reef. You know, Brooksy was trying to sort of dial in, like, how close and far he could be. Like, how far can we cast? How close can we get to the fish? And so Scotty had a little bow time in the morning. He caught his GT, and then I beat Brent in a nice off. I think I went Rocky, went scissors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when my scissors got crushed.
There was a bit of mental play there. He
Yeah.
was trying to trick you into going one way, but you held strong and just
Yeah.
smoked him.
Yeah. And then so then I got the next opportunity at GT, and I was able to a couple casts in, first opportunity to convert, which was like clearly the highlight of the trip for me. And then I was off the bow, and then I was off the bow the next day because we were trying to get Brent on some fish, and then I was off the bow when we did the Barramundi, the
Barramundi.
the Barra Day
That we didn't
And
catch.
then-
That day doesn't exist. Didn't catch.
Yeah, that doesn't exist. And then and then had some short turns on the first Tusky day where it was like, I'm coming up after Scotty. Scotty has an opportunity, and then boom, like 3 meters away, another Tusky. I missed that fish clearly, and then back to the back of the boat you go. So like I had a run where it was like it felt like it was maybe 4 minutes of total bow time for like the first 4 or 5 days.
You're efficient.
Well, yeah, I was efficient in both winning and losing. Like,
Yeah.
I got it. I got the job done. The results were had, you know. But
Oh, we love it.
no,
So let's go into that first day, and so first off, I think it'd be good for you to talk about how special the reef is, and it's not like I was coming out here with the expectation of, oh, we're just gonna go to the reef, and it's just like a quick jump, and then I remember looking down the map before, and I was like, wow, that's a really far offshore.
that's at least 3 or 4 meters.
Yeah, at least
Maybe 5
at least a,
Couch.
Chouch. At least a couple meters, you know.
But
25 feet away.
do you want to explain, like, we're here for what, 12, 14 days? Like, were you under the impression we could fish the reef 12 or 14 days, maybe get like one day where we couldn't get out there?
Yeah, well, I think that's what I initially thought was like it's something that we just do each day situation, and obviously we planned this trip 2 weeks plus knowing that we probably would have bad weather, we probably would have wind, we probably have days that we can't fish. So like that's part of the reason with saltwater, especially coming to the other side of the world. we wanted to have some time, but I didn't realize that it was going to be such a special thing to go to the reef and have a window for that opportunity. You know, so I'd be curious, like, you to just talk about why it is that way and why it's such a journey to get out to the reef, especially folks that have never been here.
Yeah. So here, the reef is like 100 kilometers from where we launched the boat. 100-kilometer run, and it's a long way. You're vulnerable out there. You can't see the land, and yeah, if something goes wrong out there, it's pretty hectic. But that's why it's also so good. If it was so close, and you could just go there every day, no matter the weather, the fishing would be shit. And I think when the boys arrived, I said to them, like, the reef is like the best fishing place on the planet. And I strongly believe that. And I've been lucky enough to fish all over the world. And, yeah, it's incredible. There's nothing like it for, like, sheer numbers of fish that you catch, the variety of fish you catch. It's like nothing else. But, yeah, it's a mission. And, like, you have to do a 2-week trip if you come here just to guarantee yourself a shot at getting out there, and even that doesn't guarantee yourself a shot. I've had people come here before for trips, and it's like they don't get to go to the reef once, and it's 25 knots the whole time, and you can't really do anything. But that's fishing, and that's the gamble you take. Yeah, if you can get out there, it's just wild.
Yeah, well, we showed up day one and got to run out 2 days in a row. We had a window.
Yeah.
And now we've been here for another 3-4 days, and it's just been closed.
Yeah.
So we've all
There's
just been
been
like
some mental shit going on here with the boys pacing around. But this is all part of it. Look, raining, howling wind, and then we're very fortunate that you're going to get another shot to get out there, and we're going to go bash them again.
Yes. I mean, we rolled in, and you were already shooting us messages like, boys, our window for hitting the reef is like the first 2 days.
I think I said to you, can you arrive a day earlier? Because that like day you arrived was mint as well.
Mm-hmm.
I hate hearing that now.
But, I mean, we come in 22 plus hours of travel, sleep deprived, jet lagged, and all sorts. We were just feeling weird, but it was like the first day, 4 a.m. wake up, we're going to the reef. So what was going through your head when we get out there to the reef and we're on the wand program?
For me on the reef, I've fly fished out there a couple of times, not heaps at all. And I've never caught a GT from the boat on the fly. I've only done it wading, which we weren't able to do because of the tides and stuff. So it was also unknown for me this trip of if I knew it's possible to catch them from the boat, but there's all these little things that go into it. How far can the boys cast? Because for me, casting with a fly rod, I can cast at 10 meters and I can't really get close enough. Like, I'm sure I'd get lucky, but I'd never really put the time in to do it. So there was a lot of unknowns. Turns out the boys can cast a lot further than I can, which is nice. But yeah, we were kind of going in blind with that kind of stuff. I've a lot of experience casting at them on spin rods. But yeah, the fly thing was stressing me out a little bit, just to make it a viable thing. Like, I didn't know how close we could get without spooking the fish, because obviously we got to be close with the fly rod, and turns out it works. Goddamn cockatoo.
How far can the average person go cast a spin rod?
Oh, far. I think
how far?
At least 60 meters, I reckon.
Yeah.
And a fly line's 30 meters.
Yeah.
Roughly.
Yeah.
So they get 3x the distance.
It's much easier on spin.
A whole fly line, someone's even us, who I know I'm physically capable of casting a whole fly line under good conditions. That's not happening.
Not
not happening regularly. That's not happening. It's hard. A lot of things have to be going right for me to cast a whole fly line.
Especially with one of these wind sails on it.
Right.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And we're talking, and that's the best that I could ever cast would be 30 meters.
Right.
And an average spin cast is 50, 60 meters.
Yeah.
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 It's a whole different ballgame.
But
We're stupid.
That's fly fishing, dude.
Yeah. That's fishing. We're dumb.
Impractical.
The most,
But doable.
Right.
Impractical but doable. I love that.
I love how we just rocked up and Scotty and Yvonne got it done day one.
Yeah.
That was a massive pressure release off my shoulders as well. Just that it's doable, you know. But yeah, the whole thing of it is pretty funny. Just thinking back on like, and it just makes me laugh so much that you guys had never really seen or dealt with a fish of that size and power before, and like you're just not used to it, you know.
Yeah.
And the faces and the sounds and the panic
And the lack of sounds.
Yeah, it's the best thing about fishing, I think, is that kind of stuff. And that's, I think I said to the boys, for me going out there, it's like I'd probably get more, not windy at all.
Yeah.
I'd probably get more satisfaction and excitement out of seeing someone that's appreciative of catching a fish like that than me catching that same fish, you know, which is epic. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
To a degree.
Yeah.
But if there's a 50-kilo one, get the fuck out of me way.
We're still waiting on
You'll
that
hear
one.
a big splash just
Yeah.
push you off the bow.
Big horses in the drink right there.
I love-
Long Tom's coming. Watch out, big horse.
Big kick.
I loved when we would like be pushing through the flat and you would just hear an explosion off in the distance and you just go, yeah, something just died over there. GT just murdered a fish.
It's a wild joint, man.
Yeah. So why is it so difficult from the boat? Because you've caught a few of them, or maybe one or two, like waiting.
Yeah.
And you've had some shots waiting in the past out there, but why is it such a difficult thing on the boat?
Well, I think the waiting thing, it's like people obviously do it all over the world, and that I was like, yeah, let's go do that. And it made more sense in my brain to go and walk, and like from doing it a few times, you can like stomp your feet and kick some sand up, and the fish is intrigued by that and comes in to check you out, which helps me because I can't cast very far. And that's where the boat kind of makes it times 10 in difficulty, because like, one, you're moving either towards the fish with the wind and the current, or away from the fish with the wind and the current. You have to use an electric motor or whatever you need to use to get close enough, which is going to alert the fish of your presence there. It's obviously the water's a bit deeper than what you'd be fishing when you're wading. The fight comes into it where the fish is up and down. There's razor sharp bommies everywhere. When you're wading, it's just a flat. They can't do. There's so many things. And I said to the boys the other day, they really want to get one wading, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure the way you caught them, no one really does, and it's probably a shitload more difficult because of all those variables: the boat, the casting in the boat, the people in the boat, the bommies, the depth, the fight. It's all, everything's stacked against you. And I kind of like the idea of doing something different as well, like showing a different way of catching a GT on a fly rod than just doing the run-of-the-mill wading the flats brew. Lekker brew.
Lekker.
I think it's like, in the fly world, it's pretty, people think that catching fish out of the boat is easier.
Yeah.
And like, I think managing the line and making the cast is way easier in the boat, because you have like a dry deck that's not catching
100%,
the line, like you
100%.
make further cast. But yeah, you are casting probably at more turned on fish, like, because you got a big boat floating towards them.
Yeah.
Instead of just walking around where they think they can actually eat you.
Yeah. I think the footage will show like just how gnarly the zone is. Like where you hooked your fish, it's like the hole's 15 meters across, razor sharp everywhere. It's like, it's not a friendly place to hook a fish like that. And it gets like, the boat positioning has to be perfect. It can move around a little bit, but there's so many things that can go wrong. So
We also found out really quickly the difficulties of the boat with getting knots in the line, the fly line, trying to cast at fish, or it just laying out your line properly so when the time comes and the opportunity happens for you to cast, that you're not screwing it up. Like, it took a whole teamwork deal to, Brent, you were behind me just like fixing my line before I went to cast because it was all messed up.
We were standing on the bow just like stripping line off, locked in on the fish.
Yeah.
and we're back there like flipping your line over, making sure it's all stretched out and not gonna knot.
See, I didn't even
Uncle
know
Brent
about the
showed up.
line flip over thing.
Oh yeah, big
Like
thing.
that's how much I know about fly fishing. You know? Like I didn't even know that was a
You
thing.
just get it done though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I have many tangles.
Yeah.
The tangles do not fit through the guides very easy.
No.
I do feel like in a skiff, it's a lot easier to manage line.
You don't have the like curly electric motor
Yeah.
out there.
In a skiff's
Sure.
a lot easier to manage line, but a skiff's not getting out there.
Mhm.
Like
No,
a skiff's
like-
not getting out there. A skiff's not getting to all the other things we fished so far. Like a skiff's not getting out there.
Especially in
seas
the
are too rough.
25 knots
Yeah.
on the way home.
Yeah. The seas are too rough.
It's a
Like,
drowned boat.
I've done. I don't know what I can't. My memory for some facts is pretty shit. But like, I've done a similar thing where you go out to like barrier islands in Louisiana with Chuck McGraw one time, and like the seas were not nearly as rough as they were the first couple days here, and it was an adventure in a skiff. And so like the boat that Brooksy has allows him to get to all these different places. So it's like, yeah, you have to sort of be ready to fight different challenges on that boat than you would on a skiff. And then like there's also the fact that we have two people filming, one person up there, running the motor, like the trolling motor. Like there's a lot of different variables that go into having success in that boat.
Mhm.
And like I think
This-
shout out to Brooksy for putting us in position, because it was
Yeah.
But even that for me, there's like so much learning for me just with angles that help being able to cast that I don't even think about.
Yeah.
Because I haven't really fly fished for very long, it's like it's a different whole nother thing to think about, like having the right angle that's going to help whoever's casting get the best shot possible. And it's
Well,
a lot of
sometimes
shit.
with the electric, I don't think it's possible to get the right
Yeah,
angle, because you're steering the boat from the front of the boat, and if the wind's blowing, it's going to push the tail end of the boat downwind.
yeah,
And you never want to cast with the fly line upwind of you. So we ended up just like blasting 6/0 hooks across the two filmers all
Yeah.
day, like
Yeah.
casting over the boat. It was like, well, we had to do, but
no one's been really touched up
don't
yet.
you
though.
say that.
Yeah.
You were close.
I think you got yourself in the belly once. Was that
Oh,
was that you?
that was just a little snag on the
Yeah,
t-shirt.
yeah.
but-
I've definitely got myself once, but
Scotty's dragged a couple across my legs. He's whizzed some past my head a couple times.
Yeah, I've
I've been
actually
in
had
the
a
firing
couple
zone.
of wins like go.
Yeah.
But I just tuck myself in like the left shoulder and get low. So I think I'm in the safest zone in the boat, which is nice.
I dropped down to the actual, like I dropped down to the floor when you hooked that cobia. Like I was just like, you said watch out, and I was like, there's just nowhere safe. I'm just
No
gonna get-
trust,
get
horse.
down.
No
laying
trust.
in the bottom of the boat.
Zero trust.
You didn't if you don't trust yourself, I'm not gonna.
I
trust
thought
you.
we established a bit of trust
We
over
have
the
trust,
few
Brooksy.
dozen beers that we've had in the last 3 days.
We've established great trust, but when you said, I trust you so much that when you said, you guys have to watch out, I was like, I'm taking that seriously. I'm getting down.
Smart.
You're getting down.
Very smart.
Laying as flat as the horse can lay.
I mean, I was up on the seat, full trust with the camera.
you're
I was
off
like,
your head, dude. I can't believe you do that.
That's just because he has the irrational froth.
yeah.
Can you talk about the irrational froth that young Scotty Finanger has?
I understand the irrational froth, and I've had the irrational froth before. But now I'm getting a bit older.
Yeah.
The irrational froth isn't always the best thing. It needs to be some kind of logical thinking going on. Like when it's raining and 30 knots and you're still losing your mind and pacing it around the house that want to go fishing. Well, I understand it. Like,
That's when you film podcasts.
yeah.
hey, we're here.
You got to, yeah. Hey, and to be fair, he reined it in today.
No.
He's itchy though. Look.
Step in the right direction, though,
It was
boys.
touch and go for a minute though. He was like out the door,
Yeah.
Oh,
out the
man.
door, back in.
We haven't heard from Isaac or Kirk yet, so I feel like when that first check-in happened,
They've caught nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Hang on.
huh? Live report.
Hang on.
No.
They've caught a 20 centimeter tarpon. So you can't be that pissed off.
Catching little
about that.
brookies on a small
Close this
stream,
down,
essentially.
let's go.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah.
I'm settled in.
Yeah.
Won't move a muscle the rest of the time here.
Twitching.
I don't know what came over me in the last couple of days, but it definitely, maybe it's because I've been drinking a lot of coffee. But yeah, I've just been itching, dude, to fish. And
I just want to be on record. It's not the coffee.
Yeah,
I think
right.
you're just slightly mental, but that's what makes you
Yeah.
good at what you do. Is because you fucked it in the head a bit, and you just want to go and get it. And that's the drive.
yeah.
we did fly across
yeah.
the world
Yeah.
Yeah.
to do this as
Yeah,
well. Yeah.
No, totally.
Deservingly so to be frothed up a little bit.
My take on that irrational froth thing, I've been trying to calm the boys down a little bit, and I know they've flown across the world, but when it's bad, you just end up like you get frustrated at the fish,
Yep.
you get frustrated with each other, and there's no need to freak out because we got good weather coming and we're going to go and absolutely bash the living daylights out of some stuff. Whether Brent's here or not remains to be seen. But we've got the days coming,
Yeah.
which is good.
You'll be locked in for the good days.
You need to be jacked up, brother.
Jacked up, brother.
Up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do think there's definitely an element of patience that, people think like, oh, you're a fisherman, you're patient. And sure, there's moments where
Definitely not patient.
we can, as anglers, be patient, but there is a lot of impatience with
Oh my God, dude.
as fishermen, and
And
especially
also saltwater fishing too, because like coming from trout fishing, it's a different game. You're hunting heads essentially. You're trying to sight fish.
Yeah.
And for somebody like yourself and myself and Brent, like you've spent your entire angling life like, oh well, I'll just go fish that pocket. Like I don't see a fish, I'll fish that pocket. Ooh, look at that seam. Like, oh, let me fish that run. Like maybe there's fish in there. Here you're not like blind casting is not the name of the game. So you have to we already have to rein in our froth for the right moment, and then you add in the additional froth that Scotty brings to the table, and it's just there's a lot of froth like combining.
I think the blind casting thing can be really good, but it's like another impractical
Right.
thing. Like where you could have one person blind casting all day and they still catch fish, especially on the reef. But in an ideal world, if you're blind casting, everyone's blind casting, everyone's catching fish. So it's just one of those things. And yeah, there's trade-offs with everything. You
And
blind
it's
cast, you
fly
catch
fishing.
that fish, but then you don't catch that one that you really want that's sitting in front of you.
Right.
Yeah, you're hooked up to a small reef fish when a GT swims by.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which
and that happens all the time.
Yeah, and I think that goes back to the patience thing. It's like, I know, obviously I can get like impatient or excited or frothed up about wanting to fish and just cast, probably because of the trout roots and like what I've done in the past. But yeah, if you do wait and we are patient, I think the reward of a sight fished GT or sight fished really any fish is so exciting and so rewarding. Like you can go out and catch one GT on. I was coming into this trip expecting to be like, if I caught one, I'd be like floored.
Yeah.
And the fact that
Day one.
it happened day one was incredible. I obviously want to catch more, but
I think we're gonna catch more, dude.
yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
But it's just the way we want to do it, and I think again, impractical a lot of times with fly fishing, but it's the
Let's not forget as well, sight fishing. Like you could have a bunch of them.
yeah.
And you don't want that little one over there.
Right.
You want the big dog over
Right,
here.
right.
And
Yeah.
you can pick and choose. You're hunting which fish you want, which is awesome.
Yeah. I will say one of the first, when it was up there and we started going through the bommies, I put a blind cast out,
Mm-hmm.
not far off the boat, literally a back cast, just like flipped it in between these two bommies. One strip, huge explosion. When we didn't even get on camera because we weren't even really thinking. And
The froth kicked in.
Yeah.
I think that was the first moment when I realized what we were in for
Mm.
in terms of the caliber of fish,
Yeah.
the power, and just the aggressiveness. I was like, this is a true apex predator that you do not mess around with. And our fly line broke.
I'm getting jacked up just thinking about it, man.
Jacked up, baby.
Jacked
there
up.
was that period of time on the second day on the reef where we You guys started all blind casting, and that got like super hectic because you guys were all catching
trout and stuff.
all sorts of fish, right? And like that is a familiar. It's like drifting down a drift boat. Like you're banging banks. Like someone's throwing dry flies, someone's throwing streamers. Like that was a similar experience, but yeah, you just don't get the same feeling like blind casting as you do when you're like hunting that fish and tracking him down, making the cast for maybe 2 or 3 casts, and then eventually hooking up. Like that feeling is so rewarding.
Yeah, it is crazy to me since the fish are so aggressive. Like you would think your first cast might not matter as much because you're not going to like spook them by slapping the water, but you'll get their attention and they'll come searching for the fly if they hear it slap down, to where the second cast they've already like inspected it and they've kind of lost interest. It's not like they've spooked, but your first cast does seem to matter quite a bit on the GTs, which was surprising to me. I figured once they're riled up, you could just keep flogging away and slapping at them until
there is times where they're like, and you don't see it very often, but there is times where they'll just go nuts and you can keep catching them. But a lot of times I think it's that dragging them. If you fall short of where they're sitting, you're like dragging them away from there. Like they're there for a reason, whatever that reason is. Like if it's they're stationed up there to eat, and you drag them away, or it might just be they're getting closer to the boat or whatever, and they just sulk away, and they're just pricks. For a fish that is that psycho, like you still have to have a approach and be like stealth and make it count straight away, and that's what we've learned. Like you're better off putting the fly on its head than being 10 meters short.
Totally.
Or 30 feet short. Is that right? Is that the thing? 30 feet?
10 meters, 30 feet.
Pretty much.
We're learning. Here we go.
Hopefully we weren't
We're
ever
learning.
30 feet short.
Yeah.
Maybe
well,
oh man.
That's good. I did want to go back before we got too far into the trip and just talk a little bit about your introduction into fishing in the first place, like how that came about. How long have you been fishing, and what are some of your like early memories of getting into it, and whereabouts?
I started fishing purely because of my dad, and I can't even remember. I was like young. I've got photos like in family photo albums of me like holding up Horse's favorite fish, the flathead, in my Batman undies. Like I was like a little kid, but yeah, I always fished up and down the coast of Australia, and it's probably about 8 years ago started like fully taking it a bit more seriously and fishing a lot. But yeah, it's always been there. In between surfing and doing other random things.
Was that like a bad surf day? You go fish?
Yeah.
Pretty much, and then it just spiraled out of control.
Yeah, and then I moved to a place where there's no waves.
That's a
fish.
big move.
Yeah, it's a weird one, but
Not bad.
got to go to work, don't we?
Yeah.
That's right. So, I mean, I guess 8 years ago, if you started taking it seriously, that was around the time you started getting into YouTube, right? Because I don't remember really anything. I remember hearing the channel, but I don't remember you necessarily in it on the Morning Tide thing you were doing with 2 other guys.
Yeah.
How did that come about, and like how did you first get in the introduction into YouTube and starting to make videos?
Well, Cavi and Brooksy were originally doing the Morning Tide stuff, and I was just like a Jimmy lurking around fishing and hanging out and doing dumb stuff. And Cavi got washed off the rocks fighting a tuna and broke his wrist and got like pummeled, and it kind of went viral. And from there we just started going on trips and filming and talking shit and having a good time, and people started loving it. Like, it was super weird, man. Super weird. But we were never making a cent, and we just like every bit of money we made from our normal jobs would just go into funding the next trip. And yeah, we just used to go wherever and go land-based rock fishing on a tiny island with no real idea what we were doing, no safety gear, no reception. Like, we were winging it big time, and for whatever reason, people loved it. And yeah, that kind of gave us the platform to what we do now, which is awesome, even though we all do it separately. But those videos are still there. They're sick. I like going back and watching back on some of that stuff that we used to do because we were idiots, man. And I don't know how none of us got like seriously hurt, but it was a fun time in life. But land-based GT fishing is a whole nother kettle of fish. I had a fly rod in. Holy shit, it'd be wild, man. Off the rocks.
Off the rocks.
Feels like it could be super inefficient.
Yeah.
Extremely.
I remember seeing some of those clips years ago of just like these crazy Australians screaming their heads off at fish, just getting worked on the rocks.
Yeah, we did some dumb shit, man. Some of the like climbing, like I'm not a big climbing guy, but Brooksy and Cavi, they're psychos. And Brooksy like goes rock climbing. And he'd be like, yeah, man, it's chilled. Like, we'll just go around this cliff. And I'll be like, okay. And I'll be halfway around. I look and I'm like, dude, if I fall, I die here. And he's like, no, it's fine. But you're carrying like fishing rods, backpack on. And yeah.
Oh my god.
I used to have some like panic moments doing that stuff. But yeah, somehow unscathed.
Still here.
Still here. So when did you decide to make your own channel, and how did that go about? Was it like through the Morning Tide channel, or did you just start making your own thing?
You know, we were doing the Morning Tide stuff, and then like we'd go on a trip, and there'd be all this excess footage from a trip, and then we just decided to start our own channels as like a secondary thing, and then we started bickering as people do, and like 3 egos headbutting each other all the time, and we stopped kind of making the Morning Tide films and started doing our own solo stuff. And like we've tried to do Morning Tide trips again to do like a reunion film, and we did a big trip, paid a filmer a shitload of money, and Cavi got sick. We caught nothing, and it just didn't really eventuate. But maybe one day we'll do it.
Yeah. Nice. Was when you started your channel, you were in a different zone, right?
Yeah, when I was living in Byron Bay, like down south of Brisbane and stuff. So I was traveling a lot to fish, like driving up here, driving further north, like doing crazy road trips. But yeah, I had no real idea what I was doing in the YouTube world. Like I still don't really have much of an idea what I'm doing, editing and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, we just winged it a little bit, and yeah, here we are.
Nice. Well, I think it's cool because it's like your approach to YouTube has been I feel like a little different. Different but same as mine.
Same but different. You guys know that movie? No?
Whereas like, I think some of my enjoyment is like as a filmmaker and a storyteller, and like piecing together a story. But I also really love fishing, and like fishing is what stemmed all of this from the get-go.
Yeah.
And it's it's cool to see your channel as like you obviously you're telling bigger, grander stories now, but like a lot of the films are just straightforward, like, hey, this is just a badass fishing experience that I want to show you guys. And it's not like a ton of you're not thinking too deep into the story. You're just like, here it is in your face, enjoy it or don't.
Yeah. Well, that's the biggest thing for me. Like, I don't like editing. Never thought about the storytelling aspect or all that kind of stuff. I just like going fishing. And like the making videos was like a legitimizer and a way that I could just go fishing more. Now obviously I have to think about it a little bit more and to make it work. But back when we first started doing it, there was like 5 fishing YouTube people in the country. So it wasn't as oversaturated as it is now. And it was just me and my mates just going fishing with a GoPro strapped on your head and being a dumbass, like carrying on like an idiot and hopefully catch a couple fish, you know.
I feel like this fishery lends itself to that working really well, though.
Yeah.
Because like the eats you get are these insane
super
topwater
visual,
eats. Yeah, very visual. It's not like GoPro on the head doesn't do justice to a trout rising to eat a dry fly.
You'd never see it on a head GoPro. But I think everything evolves as well, and it's like now because of every man and their dog having a YouTube channel all over the world, you got to think about it. And for me, that's a big thing, thinking about it and evolving your game and evolving your craft and making better videos and upping the quality and the storytelling and all that kind of stuff that you're into, you know. And that's why initially I enjoyed watching your guys' films, is because they are not just the standard oversaturated shit that's out there. It's like there's a bit of thought into it, and it's high quality, and that's a point of difference these days, you know. Yeah.
There's a good balance. I feel like there is.
Is that a compliment?
Is that a compliment from Brooksy?
Put it on record.
Did we get that?
Delete.
There's definitely like something, at least on my end, that I've like can appreciate and have taken away from it, because there is sometimes you think too much into the story and you're not. That can like pull you out of the moment. And I think so much of YouTube and social media nowadays it is oversaturated. There are so many people doing stuff online.
Yeah.
But people follow people is like
Yeah.
what I've always heard. And I think you just being able to like be so much yourself on camera, like people just dig that. You know.
Some people don't.
Some people don't, but that's the best thing. It's
Yeah.
like you're attracting the people that
Yeah.
want to be into it.
I think it's one of those things where like you love what you do and you just want to be yourself. People love you or hate you, I don't really give a fuck.
No.
And yeah, you gotta. I think we spoke about this the other day. Like I couldn't go out and make a video doing something I didn't really love, like the survival stuff. You see a lot of that on YouTube, and that would be like a torture for me. I just want to go fishing and have fun, and that's what I'm gonna do.
I think that comes through.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Well, we have a pretty good time, even though I
Yeah.
yell at you all a bit, but we still have a pretty good time, I think.
Was it?
It's been all right, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only one GT so far,
Only
whatever.
one GT.
Flew all the way over here for just one GT.
Yeah, yeah.
Little one too.
Yeah.
Super small.
Shame it wasn't bigger.
No. I mean,
Was there? Do you remember the moment when you were able to take on like fishing and YouTube full time?
I got like a carrot dangled in front of me before that. Like I wasn't really making any money, and this fucking weasel of a dude like offered me like $50,000 a year to just make fishing videos for his like shitty streaming platform. And I was like, oh my God, let's go. And it was like, hindsight's a weird thing, but that was like the dumbest career choice I ever made in my life. I had like a YouTube, like, what's the thing, creator on the rise, like award thing. They put me on the trending page and all that shit, and I just kind of barred it and went and made shit videos for this shitty thing. Yeah. And looking back on that, it was like the dumbest thing ever. But I did that for a year and then just went, what the hell am I doing? And that's like, yeah, hindsight.
Mm-hmm.
If I knew what I know now, I would never have done that, and who knows how the channel would be going now.
Had you already been full-time YouTube, or were you still having a real
No, I was
job?
still working at that stage. Yeah.
Do you think it helped you make the jump and like commit, or were you already planning on jumping and doing YouTube full-time?
Yeah, that's a pretty good question there, Brent. But it probably did give me a bit of a kick up the arse when I stopped doing that and just jumped into doing the YouTube shit and somehow made it work, because I wasn't really making much money, but went hard on all that kind of stuff, sponsors and ramping everything up and ramping up the amount of content I put out and where I lived so I could make more content and go fishing more. And yeah, it's a weird thing though, that fucking guy, man.
But it's crazy in those early days, because there's definitely moments I feel like in my career too, where there's things that you make. Looking back, it's so easy to be like, what was I thinking?
Yeah.
Like, why did I do that?
Yeah.
And yeah, when you get almost a too good to be true opportunity.
Yeah.
You know.
Bastard. Got me.
Hey, but you're here now,
yeah,
dude.
yeah. It worked out all right.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's funny how it works. Like when you like trying to get something off the ground and like do what you want to do. It's yeah.
You guys feel like you've made it, or do you still have aspirations to make the channels bigger? Because you're right about the same size.
Definitely haven't made it, dude.
You're living in an ocean town. You got a boat. You get to go fish when you want.
Yeah,
You're
but
not too worried about putting extra guacamole on your Qdoba or burrito or your whatever.
yeah.
kind of living the life.
But that's the thing. If you stop, like if I stop going fishing, or if he stops going on trips and stops making, everything stops, man.
Yeah.
That's the next level, is like building a foundation for the future when you can't go out and catch GTs anymore because your back's snapped in half from doing it for so long, you know.
From taking Jimmy's out in 20 knot winds.
Yeah. Getting forced to go out in the howling wind. But yeah, that's, I think, the next level, and that's the beauty of doing this shit. There's never a limit to what you can do and how much money you can earn and what you can achieve. It's like limitless potential. It's just getting people to click on the fucking video, you know?
And watch the ads.
Yeah,
Man.
watch the ads, dude.
Get premium, baby.
Sorry.
I was gonna say, it's like you're saying there's no ceiling. Like that's a blessing and a curse.
Yeah.
Because it's also, there is an element of, if you do work a traditional job and it's a job, I know friends who can turn it off.
Yeah.
Like, they get home from work and they're at home, you know, and they're fully off. But like, it's a hard thing because there's never, like, no one is
You don't
down,
have set hours.
Yeah, no one's down our back being like, hey, dude, you got to stop, or like, hey, this is enough. You've done all your objectives or goals for the week. They're all accomplished. You can move on. So I think
it's controlling froth, Scotty.
What's that?
It's controlling froth.
it's yeah, it is.
You're fully frothed for wildfly.
But there is a point with that as well, where it's like burnout.
Right.
And that's, I had a good mate say to me, like, early on, he was like, dude, like, do you have a weekend? And I'm like, fuck, every day's the weekend. But like, he's like, no, what I'm getting at is you're always like stressing out and feeling guilty about not potentially doing what you could or should be doing.
Right.
And he just said, like, you still got to give yourself like 2 days of nothing. Like, give yourself a weekend just to justify it in your head that, like, treat it as a full-time job, but also give yourself time to switch off. And that's, I think, that burnout thing, if you're like constantly like a savage, losing your mind and charging it, it's great, but but you'll get, like, you're a bit younger than me as well, you know, like you get to a point where you just be like, you know what, I'm not turning on that computer today, like, fuck that shit, man. I want to go and just sit on the couch. Yeah, that's me this morning, just sitting on the couch going, can these dudes shut the hell up? We're not going fishing today.
It's interesting raining. To me. I think most people's, like, the average person's baseline is probably like, I'm taking 2 days off. Yeah. Like, period. But you guys are like 180 opposite of that. It's like more like you have to tell yourself to slow down.
Yeah.
Right.
Most people is just like, I'm naturally going to slow down.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's also taxing. Like, I know, like, we're not going out and digging a hole or like building a house or hard labor shit, but it's like you're still up at 4 a.m, you're in the sun all day, you're physically burning the candle, you're mentally thinking about what you should be doing.
Right.
And it ends up being a 14-hour day real quick, and it does fry you. So there's a lot more that goes into it than just like big fish and cold beers. It's like, fuck, it can, even on the reef, you can have days where the fishing shit and you feel like you're losing your mind, because you have pressure in yourself to like perform and get what you need to do. And
then there's obviously added pressure with if you're filming something, and it
there's investment.
There's an element of that of like, I want to do this well. Like, I want to be good at what I'm doing. I want to catch that fish I want to catch, and like helps the story or whatever. But I think going back to the weekend thing, like, as you guys saw the last 2 days, like, it is a challenge for me to like
your skits, man.
I know it's definitely something that I know I will hopefully grow in, but I need to get better at, of just being okay to just sit on the couch and
How old are you?
26.
Yeah, you're
He's in the middle of Irrational froth.
Yeah.
Horniest dude alive as well. Like, he's got a bit.
Yeah.
But that's, I think when I was 26, I was a psychopath. Dude.
Yeah.
Dangerous, Brooks.
Yeah.
I've been talking to Brent about this, like, and I think I've shared this with you as well. Like, and by no means am I comparing myself to you in like a professional sense. Like, Wildfly, what you've built with Wildfly is super impressive at this age. But like I relate a lot to like watching you froth up is like, yeah, I can like sit back and laugh at it because it's funny from the outside, but I've also been exactly that person. Like I spent my middle and early 20s, like middle early 20s and into my like late 20s and into my 30s, like just frothing at every chance I got, right? And like there's something refreshing about seeing that froth. It's irrational at times. It's like today we were sitting around and it was just Brent, Scotty and I were talking about like what we have from the trip, and like there was talk of we need to do this podcast, and like we came to an agreement. Okay, we're gonna talk to Brooksy. We're gonna do the podcast today, and then Isaac came in and like started like throwing out the idea of going fishing. And I'm like, dude, it is sheets of rain are coming down, and you could see Scotty's eyes like, yeah. Oh yeah. I think we're gonna go catch barramundi. I think we're gonna go catch a huge barramundi, or barramundi.
Monday.
And like you could just see it like frothing up, and you're like, and that's, I don't know, man. I see a lot of like it reinvigorates that love for fish. Like I'm always gonna love fishing. I love new fishing. I love the stuff that I do at home. But like watching you froth up, like it's like, yeah, man, fishing is pretty cool. Like and like it's worth getting irrationally frothed up about sometimes.
Yeah,
you know?
For sure.
Yeah, it's.
I miss having that like
right
craziness, but I just have been
It's
tortured so many
exhausting.
times from like getting so frothed up to go walk
Yeah.
around in the bush
yeah.
and seeing snakes and like freaking out and catching nothing. It's just like
It's exhausting to be
now
that
I'm
frothed
like,
up. Yeah.
don't torture yourself again, dude.
Yeah,
You've
yeah.
been
Right.
there and done that.
Right.
But I miss that kind of
Yeah.
psychoness as well.
Yeah. It's fun to watch.
But I'm gonna
From the-
burn the fuck out of you guys. Then the next few days we're gonna go hard. That's all. That's also another element of
Right.
this is like when you're used to being in like a cooler climate.
Mm.
You come here, you go like hard. It's like you get a heat stroke or
Yeah.
something. It's like actually not to be messed with. And
Yeah.
I've had it on the dam before.
Yeah.
I fished in the dam for barramundis, and I was just so in the zone. It was like the first time I sight casted them in the dam,
Yeah.
and I was so dialed and in the zone, and I just like cooked myself. And I was at McDonald's here, and I took a bite of my Big Mac, and my vision just went like, whoosh. And I was like, oh my God, something's wrong with me, boys. Can you get me out of here? And we went home, and I was just like tripping out. I had full on heat stroke. Had like cold ice towels on my neck, like freaking out. It's crazy shit.
Mm-hmm.
So
Just- you're
possible
just
heat
si-
stroke on Friday,
you're just
Thursday,
saving-
Friday.
Yeah. It's not you don't have full blown irrational froth all the time, but you just save it for the right times. You're just like, you've learned with age.
No point burning it out
Yeah,
on
yeah.
this shit, man.
Yeah. But you
Yeah.
still burn it out when the time's right, though.
Mm.
Yeah.
Big burnout.
Of course. Of course.
I think you don't realize going on a boat, especially out here, how much it pummels your body.
Mm.
Yeah.
You know, you're getting the ride out to the reef is 2 hours at least.
Yeah.
And you're just on the waves and you're trying to hold on to the boat, and your body is also like working the whole day.
I'd love to add in like 10 GTs for on top of that.
10. Oh yeah, on top of that.
Then you're really hurting.
I think that's the other thing about the fight. The first fight on the GT was I couldn't believe how hard they fought, and I'd never like been on the rod, fly or spin for any fish, even in that weight class.
Yeah.
Like we were fishing 130 pound, which is so out of our world.
I didn't know how to tie a knot.
No.
Honestly, I had Papa Brent tie me a knot because I was like, dude, I can't tie a non-slip mono loop on this 130 pound. This shit's too thick.
Yeah.
And so Papa Brent tied his improved Homer Rhodes, and I was like I feel useless right now. Like I feel like I don't want other people to tie my knots. Like I don't, as Brooksy knows, you don't want other people to tie your knots. But like
You
I don't
don't.
want, I like
You really
there's
don't.
there's like the part of it where you want to trust your own knot, but it's also like
You want to catch the fish.
you want to catch the fish.
Yeah.
But like I don't want somebody else to tie my knots because I would just have some pride in myself, you know,
Yeah.
that I have a little bit of knowledge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, huge shout out to Brent for tying a bunch of our knots.
Yeah,
in
Brent.
the
Huge
gale.
shout out, Brent, to you.
They held for 2 GTs. And for one Tusky.
The one that popped is the one I've tied a million times.
Yeah.
There's
Then
other
some lose
factors
some.
to that, though.
I don't
It's a
know.
bit-
If the line was too light,
Yeah.
it should have broken the line, not the knot.
Yeah.
Long,
But that happens.
Long Tom's triceps over there were also playing a role. Just the
You got to set the tone early, dude.
Yeah. Announce your presence with authority.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I want to get into the Tuskies here in a second. But I just want to paint the I want to paint the picture here. We go into this day and we decide, all right, we're going to go 1 for 1 or shot for shot. So you get one shot at a fish. If you miss it, fuck off. You're off the boat.
Yeah.
You're in the back. Next person's up. So we go through 3 rounds of fish or whatever, and then Brooksy comes to Brooksy's turn, and you hadn't casted a fly rod yet.
No, I was actually a bit scared to cast it for the judgment, because my casting's not that zero technique going on here.
We hadn't seen the Permit King cast the wand yet. And you get out there, we have it's a pretty cool sequence on film, and this Tusky, which is like this fluorescent blue fish, just eating away. Couple shots at him.
Too far. Too long.
Too far.
Yeah, past my distance.
Then he gets close to the boat. Brooksy just basically roll casts it, flops on its head, comes over, chomps the fly, gives him the freaking beans on the strip set, and snap.
Yeah.
Just like that. And so then there was some
Snap.
bickering.
I don't think it was a snap.
It was not a snap.
It was a curly.
Worst case scenario for Brent.
Not good.
I thought I'd popped it though because I did jam him.
Yep.
But
But I guess that's what you got to give him.
I have popped off a few before from getting a bit excited and jamming them.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
So
that's fishing, man. Shit happens.
yeah. To kind of walk us through Tuskies. Like, how did you come about this fish, and why have you been frothed up for them? And I remember you telling us before the trip, being like, dude, the permanent are cool, but the freaking Tuskies. Yeah. And I had no idea what a Tusky was coming into this trip. Like, what are they? How do you fish for them, and why are they sick?
Tuskies, I think when I first heard of them, I thought it was just another like the permit. I thought it was like a fly fishing gimmick thing, and it was just like whatever. Like I didn't really care.
Preach on the permit being crap fish. Do it. I love it.
The permit, well, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
I thought it was just one of those fly fishing things where it was just like they put on this massive pedestal and it was just a shit fish.
Yeah.
But Tuskies are psycho. They're the craziest things ever. Like I think the first one I caught, I was using a bait caster with a soft plastic and just cast at it. It went over and just went boom and ate it and broke my reel, destroyed me, reefed me, and I was like, what the fuck are these things? Like, and that's kind of why I started fly fishing to a degree, because I was catching them on spin, which was awesome. The first run is like nothing you've ever encountered before. And then it seems like fly is like the most practical way, which you would never believe, the most practical way of targeting them.
The only time flies most practical.
Yeah. And they're just a wild beast, but they're so finicky and they're so sensitive to pressure and the tiny little splash of a fly, and there's so many little annoying things, but that drives you mad. And they've ruined me. It's like the one fish I put on the pedestal, and as soon as you do that, you're kind of screwed.
Yeah.
They own you.
You never put things on pedestals.
Never. Permit, no pedestal.
Yeah.
Tusky, bit of a pedestal.
Yeah. Trying to get them off. You're trying to get them off the pedestal.
Yeah, I need to go and clear out the flat.
Yeah.
Get the spear gun out there and kill every single one and let them reset so they're dumber.
I love that theory.
Oh, it's raining again.
So what did you think that first day when we got up and we started going through the rounds of Tusky fishing?
I was just stoked that there was we're seeing a lot of fish, getting a lot of shots, and that's all you can really ask for with Tusky fishing. In my experience, is that like it's like a numbers game. Like there will be days where they're just happy and you might be able to roll in and just go bang bang and leave, but a lot of the times it's like a numbers game and you're sifting through the shit ones that may have been cast at before, or they're just like not in the mood, or your cast is shit. and eventually you'll get one to eat. But yeah, all that day we're seeing a lot of fish. The conditions are great. You'd think it would be a matter of time, but
What happened?
it's also
Off the
real.
bow.
It's also really difficult. Like any fish. Like I'm sure if I went trout fishing with you guys, it's like something I've never done. You've like that fish you caught. You'd never caught a fish on a flat in salt water, and you've been thrust into like the deepest of ends, casting at this stupid fish that's like so sensitive to everything. It's like it's not easy, and it's like one thing for someone to say to you, like, you need to land it here, you need to move it like this to get his attention, but the only way to really learn that is doing it and seeing how they react to you landing a fly on its head or like past it, or it's all learning.
Yeah, it was really, I really enjoyed, like, that first day we had many shots. So it was kind of like a good crash course on trying to get a clue on how to read the fish. Because we got to see so many things they don't like.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I think a lot of times you go permit fishing or whatever, you're not going to get that many shots.
Yeah.
There's 4 of us on the boat, and we had like multiple rounds of real shots.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think that first day we would have seen like 35 fish or something. Like there was a shitload of fish.
Yeah, that was like pro maneuvers. We'd pull up into a bay and there'd be what looks like this massive flat, and Brooksy's just like, no, we want this little slice of that. And we'd rock in, fish, we're out.
Yeah.
Brent was tripping out a few times. He's like, what's different? Why are we leaving? Like, what the fuck's going on here? But they're very specific on what they like, but yeah, they're just pricks. Tusky.
Fun.
Yeah.
Awesome fish.
I like the crab thing because you can't really, like, you miss your cast and don't spook the fish, which that is already like halfway gone. You can't just like burn the fly back across them because crabs aren't gonna like swim that fast.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you get your shot and then it's hands off, more or less. You gotta wait and see what happens and be just in touch with the fly. That was really fun.
Yeah.
Instead of like just swimming it.
I mean, also, like, I think when I started streamer fishing, you think you're just casting and stripping back. And you're not thinking of, like, why you're stripping.
Right.
Instead of being like, this is supposed to mimic a bait fish. It's supposed to do this and swim this direction or whatever. And I think you brought this up when we were crab fishing for the Tuskies. It's not like a shrimp where it's just you cast it and you burn it in the water. Like, it took a couple. I still haven't landed one. But it took a couple missed fish where I was just stripping it too hard, where they were looking at it to realize, like, oh, this is not, like, he's seeing that crab and being like, that's not realistic.
Yeah.
What you actually should be doing is letting it hit the bottom and just slow twitches, keeping it on the bottom. Yeah. Because they're not going to flutter up in the water.
Yeah.
Right.
But again,
Different
it's
game.
like paying attention to the little details, which is, I think,
Big pedestal here going on.
Yeah. I just wanted to comment about the fishing style that we did, the one shot and done. I'm a huge proponent of that style in a lot of settings because I think, number one, shit talk amongst your friends is like some of my favorite things to do while fishing. But number two, I also think like you could learn a lot from doing. Obviously, like time on task is important, but like equally as important is sitting back and watching and watching somebody be successful or failing, and then you have an immediate opportunity to then put those things into practice. And like the opportunity to sit there and have Brooksy yell at us while we were fucking up, and then like watching Scotty take a couple casts, and then we're all gathering information as a boat and collecting information. We're all staying engaged. And like we're actively part of the fishing. We give a little time to self-reflect, like what did I do? Like what could I have done better? Watch the other people succeed or fail. And in that case, all day, all we did was fail. But like, I'm a big fan of rotations. I think in small streams, I think when you're fishing, with your friends on a bigger river, like sometimes, man, like instead of jumping up ahead of your friend, like hanging out with your friend, watching them fish, you can learn a lot because everyone does stuff. Everyone has their like slightly different style.
Yeah.
And like even watching Brooksy, like Brooksy's got he's 3 for 6 right now. He's made 6 casts. He's got hooked. He's stuck a hook in a fish 3 times. Like I've learned a lot from his 6 casts. Like watching him work the fly to that first tusky that he hooked. Like it was like, oh, okay, all right, I see what he's doing. Like I see. Like you can get this close, you can make that presentation, and sometimes I feel like that's a better way to learn than just doing it yourself.
Yeah.
Like I mean, watching it on video is different, but like being in the place, same boat, same environment, I think it's invaluable.
And you can learn from anyone.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter who they are
100%.
or how good they are or think they are or whatever. They
Right.
could be the shittest fisherman in the world, but they could do something
right.
in a way that you never thought of, and it works, and you can pick it up from
Right.
any person.
Yep.
Which is that's what I love about fishing. I take people in the boat sometimes that have never fished really ever, and it's just like they do something weird, and I'm like, hang on a second, what the
Yeah.
fuck are you doing? And it works.
Yeah. Plus, shit talk's fun.
Oh, shit talk's the best thing
Yeah,
ever.
yeah.
Keeps the vibes in the boat a little better than
Oh,
one
yeah.
person up there just getting worn down.
Yeah.
That first day.
If it was one of us just up there the entire day
Oh
taking
my
30
God,
shots,
I would have
the
lost
other two,
my
the other two
mind.
people would have been like, "This motherfucker, you gotta be kidding me! Will you catch this fish already? God, you know?
Yeah.
Been like, you want to strangle?
Brent, catch the fish, Brent.
You know? But it's like instead, it's like, hey, like, nah, man. Back to the back. You
Get
have
to
a
the
little
back.
shame party, buddy. It's my turn, man. My turn to you know.
Yeah. The pressure cooker's on big time.
Yeah.
Because you're also thinking, if you get one shot, it's like you're not always going to get dealt the best shot.
Yeah.
So you're
Sometimes
it's
you might
your
not see
shot.
him.
Sometimes you might not see him, but you,
I didn't even see it. It was a good cast, but I didn't see it.
Maybe favorite moment of the trip.
wrong order, Scotty.
Yeah.
That was classic.
Yeah.
No, I love it. Well, hopefully we can finish this Tusky battle. And
Yeah, Brent's
got
already-
one in the
Brent's
box.
done, dude.
Yeah.
Look at him.
So relaxed.
Just
Froth
the GT on the brain.
under control. Yeah.
I think we'll get a Tusky on Wednesday.
Yeah.
No,
I
we're
wanna
going
see
to the
the
reef
big-
on Wednesday.
No, we're not.
I'm flying out of here on Thursday.
No chance, dude. No chance. Brent has a wedding that he has to get to. It's his cousin's wedding. So
Yeah.
he's leaving 2 days earlier, or he's scheduled to leave 2 days earlier. And we're in the process of heckling him to get him to go to the reef with
like
us.
there's a fine line here with the heckle, because if you heckle him to stay, then you're just like cutting down your bow time, because
This is true.
True.
Brent hasn't had that much success on the GT, you know. So are we going to keep the rotation going, or is it just Brent just catches? He has to just catch one.
No, I'll get a whole. If I change my flights, I get the whole day to catch all the GTs.
No, I feel like the pressure of the
Ooh.
rotation's even better.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've changed my flight to get one.
Mm.
I'm missing my cousin's wedding to get one, and then I've just stuffed up that cast, and now Big Horse is up. Powerful shit. Powerful shit.
That might be less stressful though than being the only guy on the bow
Yeah.
for an entire day.
Yeah, fuck, couldn't deal with
Oh,
that.
That's a
Wallow in it.
full pressure cooker. Like that is a full pressure cooker.
Oh,
Only
that's
time will
hot.
tell, I guess, though.
I think it will just happen.
Yeah.
Just gonna go straight to the fucking stronghold and just go. There you go, Brent. But if you hook one in that stronghold, it's gonna be pretty psycho. The bombies are everywhere.
Yeah.
Break that 130-pound again.
Oh, no, dude.
We don't need this kind of negative thought.
Maybe you should go up to 200 pound.
Mm.
Dead
You
set.
could do it.
Dead set.
Doesn't seem like the fish would be scared of that.
No.
No.
Just your fingers getting wrapped up and.
Yeah. Going. Wh-
Degloved.
Mm.
Yeah, full glove on that,
Yeah.
for sure. Do you remember your first introduction to GTs and when you started like getting into fishing for them?
Yeah. My first introduction to GTs was just like never being prepared for GTs
Mm.
and getting smoked, and I hated them because they just reef me every time. I'd be fishing for tuna or mackerel from the rocks. And I'd be throwing like little lures on like like mid-sized tackle and just getting lit up by these things. And I hated them passionately. But yeah, I went a few times with like got proper setups and had a few shots, and it's like instantly just went like, what the hell? And everything else, the tuna and mackerel got forgotten about instantly. And then the rest of my life's been ruined ever since, just trying to catch them. But they're incredible. There's nothing, like, I think I've said to the boys, it's like you go on a trip, for me, targeting something we don't have here, and come home and go fishing at the reef or wherever, and there's nothing in my mind that is like a GT for aggression and their willingness to eat a lure and how crazy they are. Like, there's nothing like it, and that's so nice for me as a fisherman to come home and just go like, I'll just plop a cast in there, and then you just savagely attack it. It's there's nothing quite like them. I don't think. I'm sure there's like, I'd love to catch a tarpon and all that kind of stuff.
They don't do what GTs do.
No.
Though. They don't eat the same way.
It's one thing to see a video or a photo online of a GT and you see the eat, but it doesn't really register until I think you hear it in person and you're there and you're like up close and you see him charge it, and then the way they, like the one that ate your spinner or the bait, it just like
spinner.
Wrong again.
The spinner.
Wild Spin Media coming soon. It just created this wake that I've never seen, and it just engulfed it. Like, holy shit. Even when we leave the reef, this is happening to poor bait fish. You know? Like, that's just a crazy apex predator to be in the water.
They're psycho. I think you should catch one on spin.
Yeah, I'd love to. I was close.
I'd love to
hooked
see
one.
it.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
I think it's been cool too to have the spinning rods on the boat to have some shots where fly fishermen can be what do we call it?
Pedantic, a little bit.
Let's
Yeah. Where do I start?
well, it's inconvenient, like you said, a lot of times, but it's also we can be really stubborn about.
Oh, really?
About not picking up the spin pole.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, like you said earlier, it's you can cast 2 to 3 times as far with the spinning rod. So it's like you're out of your mind to think that the fly fishing rod is the better tool in that case.
Yeah.
And it's still a GT. Like, it's not like the spinning rod gives you a crazy advantage besides casting.
I'd love to like just get used to just hook one each on spin, just to experience, because it's like it's like learning and something different, but like the fight's fucking brutal, man.
Yeah.
Tight drag, rod's a lot stiffer. Like it'll be really quality viewing, I think. There'll be some real noises happening.
When's the last time you got to use the rod and just take a step back and swing on the hook set as hard as you can?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you guys do. It looks like.
You got to jam that thing in, man. Look at it.
That's a place to live.
I've caught like redfish on tackle, and I think I made some noises that day. You know, those fights were pretty tough. But watching Brooksy's videos, like, all the noises I think would be happening. Like, what was that? What was the experience like for you, hooking and fighting that fish? You went a little quiet on us.
I went a little silent.
Yeah.
It's normal though, the panic, man.
Yeah. I think I was so thrown off by like the fight.
It happened. Oh my God.
First off, it actually happened.
Yeah.
We saw the school. They're chasing bait, hit him, pop. He nailed it. And my first couple of strip sets were so bad on the fish, that I missed. And then I broke the line, so I was like a little hesitant there. But we actually got him to the reel, and I couldn't believe it. And just the power on the fish, the way he was dogging me because it was so deep in there.
Yeah.
I just was like, one, physically really tired because you're holding an 11 weight.
Yeah.
Fully torqued in the water, and I can't move this fish whatsoever. Right? And I'm on 130 pound, which I'm used to just even pulling hard on like a redfish or a bonefish, you're like worried that it's going to snap. So yeah, I just went mute for a couple minutes there. Brooksy's like, "You're fine, you got him." And I'm like, dude, I'm in my backing. I don't know. But sure enough, we landed him.
Yeah.
And we also landed him. We're taking pictures or whatever, and we're about to release him, and Brooksy goes to pull the hook out, and we got it right here. The hook broke in its mouth, and we somehow landed it.
Meant to be.
Yeah.
Meant
that
to
one.
be.
Barely anything straight on that thing.
Like it broke at the
Yeah.
barb, it looked like.
Yeah.
That's why that 6.0 is not big enough. Clear example. But
I
they
don't know.
break anything. But that the luck of that breaking in the boat, like,
And
you must have done something right for the karma.
Mm.
You charging your crystals last
Yeah.
night?
Yeah.
For sure.
These oat milk latte and shit.
Yeah, it's crazy. What was going through your head when I was fighting it? Because I did go mute.
Lots of things. No. No, I was
Fly
just
fishing.
I was relieved, dude. And like my number one thing was just like putting the boat in the spot where it wasn't gonna smoke you into the reef.
Yeah.
Because it touched the reef a couple times, the leader. Yeah. But that's the thing. Once it's like on it's below you and it's doing that thing, I was like, oh yeah, fuck.
We're
He's
good.
done. We got him.
Little did you know.
Little did I, if I knew that, I wouldn't have been so confident.
Yeah.
But sick to sick to see. And I love that seeing the panic kick in and like the just mute, no talking, just freaking out. I'm like, dude, put your arm up a little bit higher, you'll be able to pull a bit harder. Goes straight back to this. And I was just like, okay, you just do it. You just do it.
I know. I definitely should have. Because, like, I was basically just holding a curl.
Yeah, you're like this, and it just ends up cooking your elbow, inside of your elbow, just from, like, constantly straining. But
I think also being tired already from casting an 11 weight. Like, it's definitely, with that popper, too, it's grabbing so much air.
yeah.
You know, I'm not used to that. So,
And
like,
when
you're-
someone's breathing down your neck for hours going like, do better.
Yeah. I also think I have many times, like there's saltwater anglers who they cast right and then reel right. And I've always thought, like, that's dumb. That's so dumb. Like, cast right, reel left, man. Like, your strong arm is the arm that should fight the fish. I think I might have been a little bit wrong on that.
Yeah.
Like,
You're
I think
wrong.
like cast right, fight left would be a more like casting with an 11 weight or 12 weight is tiresome. If I like halfway through that fight, I was like, man, I wish I had another arm to use here. Like, I wish I could fight. Like, I tried to like, how can I rejigger this and like find a way to get my left arm involved, because like casting right and then fighting right was exhausting. And like, I would have been really nice to cast right and then fight left.
I think
And,
if
like,
you've
reel left. It would have been really nice.
if you've got one arm on the rod the whole time, the fish isn't big enough anyway. So like, if you can hold onto a GT with one arm and fight it the whole way like that,
Yeah.
like, you're fucking stronger than I am. Like, I change.
I am a horse though.
I change arms constantly, like,
Yeah.
and rest
Yeah.
by holding with the other arm, and then only obviously gaining line when you can. So
Yeah.
I think that theory. I cop so much shit from American people online for whining with my fucking right hand, but I'm like, come on,
Yeah. Come do it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Typical Americans bickering.
Typical Americans thinking that we're the best because we are.
Miles, liters, or gallons. Let's talk about that.
Pounds, feet, inches.
Don't get me started, mate. No.
I also think for me, when I hooked that fish, I was like, I can't believe this is happening. I didn't like. I knew Brooksy was going to put us in position, but after the Bahamas trip, I was like, look, man, I've shown the ability to fail multiple times. Like, it'd be a real shame if I were to come down here and not catch. And so when I hooked that, it was like, this is happening right now. On this very Monday, we are hooking GTs. Like, I thought there was a chance we would come here and not catch a GT between all three of us. I thought there was a legitimate chance. Like, I don't know why. I don't know if that's a like super depressed way of looking at things, but like I thought there's a chance, and that freaked me out when we both like hooked them. I was like, we're actually doing it. There's no way.
I was
on a Monday, the first day of our trip.
On a Monday?
On a Monday, man.
I know I probably didn't show it in the moment because I was filming, but I was really happy for you and like very proud because we just watched the bonefish thing and coming off of that trip, and literally waiting until the 12th day of our trip essentially to like catch a bonefish was so punishing for you. And I know coming into this trip, you switched gears a little bit.
Yeah. I'm not a reader.
Yeah.
I read.
You read.
Yeah.
You
Did you
prepared.
I read.
You were ready.
Yeah.
You were like researched. You were so prepared for that moment to happen, and it happened, and you just like crushed it. And like
I'm
watching
usually a
how
natural talent guy.
Yeah.
Whether the talent is elite or not is a different story. But usually I just go like, I can't put these fish on a pedestal. I can't overthink this. Like, let me just go out there and sort of trust my judgment.
What did the book say?
What did the book say?
Yeah.
Well, one of the things that was going through my mind when I hooked that fish was like, it is a true dog fight. It's a 50-50 chance who's gonna win this fight. Like, you're in for it. You're in for it. Prepare for like all-out war.
Which is
essentially
exactly what you want to hear.
So then I started grunting. I immediately got into this like weird humping power stance.
Yeah. Survival stance.
Yeah, I was just like, this is it. Like, he's pulling me into I'm gonna die. He's pulling me into the reef. Like, my children are not gonna have a dad because he hooked at one single GT and like pulled him down to the depths. There's gonna be a river runs through it all over again. And like, yeah, I was. Yeah, it said that. It also said that they're insanely smart and like they learn very quickly, but they also like show reckless aggression. And if you can trigger that, it's a big thing. So the faster the strip, the better. Like, I mean,
good info.
All the things that you've shared with us, it's also said, it's mirrored what you've said.
Might have to read the book.
It seems like you already know the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still, you never know.
True. You might try reading. I tried it recently.
Is it a fly fishing GT guide book? Yeah, right.
They talk about Australia.
Like, I need to read the book, man.
Yeah, it's downstairs.
What's it called again? Just for
Fly fishing for GT, I think.
Fly fishing for GT. I think you can look it up on Google or
Peter
Amazon.
McLeod, I think is his name.
Yeah.
It's a great book. I read the book several times now.
Yeah, I remember.
Very proud of myself.
So
big reader over here.
Big reader.
Huge reader.
The biggest.
You give him a complex, dude. He's not that big.
The huge horse.
So what were you thinking coming into this trip? Because we've been planning this for a while. We've probably had it on the calendar since like February of this year. We go to the Bahamas. We do the thing. You come back from that. We caught a fish, but it was a grind.
Yeah.
Like, what were you feeling like coming into Australia?
Well, I was excited to fish with Brooksy because I'd watched Brooksy's videos and like I was like, oh, this guy gets juiced up. He gets jacked up to go fishing.
Get fucking jacked up. Man.
So jacked up. Also, like, this part of the world is always a part of the world that I've wanted to come to, but it's never happened, and so I was excited in that regard. But I was super nervous, dude. Like, I had a horrible showing in the Bahamas, like one of the worst showings you could ever dream up. And some of my friends had been really giving me a lot of shit, like, Ivan, like, what, you couldn't catch a bonefish, dude? Like, yeah, dude, I'm sorry, okay? I let you down. I let the whole team down. So I was nervous, man. I didn't want to have a showing like that. You obviously want to go somewhere and catch fish. And so I was a little bit in the pressure cooker a little bit. Like, I put myself in the penalty bin a little bit. Like, I was just like, man, don't fuck up. And
thank God for that first day of weather.
Honestly, I think the escapades that we had on, was that night 2 or night 3? Night 2? Like, that was a lot of I was releasing some energy that I'd built up over time.
Quite a bit of energy.
Quite a bit of energy, yeah. Chasing birds.
Real birds.
Real birds, yeah, chasing
Mrs. Horse.
yeah, real birds, an actual bird running in the street. But yeah, like between getting the eat shots on the second day and getting that GT on the first day, like I was just relieved, dude. It's like, obviously I want to catch more GTs. Obviously I want to catch a Tusky. I want to have a chance to permit. I want to catch any like a barramundi would be great. But like to get that done day one was a huge relief because I couldn't go through editing another series for a month and a half where I sucked. It's like, oh, Yvonne, let's show this other moment where you were terrible, but you made a joke about it. Like I couldn't do that, and oh man, it was gonna be tough. So it was a big relief. It's when the lights are brighter, it's things hurt a little more. So
how are you feeling, Brent?
Oh my god!
I'm sorry. I just hear it.
I got the Tusky here.
yeah, he does have the Tusky. It's sort of like my Barracuda though. It's not quite.
It was pretty
what you
small
want.
too. Let's be
Yeah.
honest.
It didn't give that.
You got to lift a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
No.
have to put some more work in.
Well, this is what it boils down to. Like maybe it might be a change of flight on the podcast. Could be an order.
Mm.
Do it live. I didn't mean
Somebody
to.
recheck the forecast? Is it still holding?
We are on.
We had potentially 3 days in the reef.
It's pretty convincing.
It's a lot of shots, potentially. Potentially.
Keyword.
No, not to dig your hole. I just thought that was. And
There was a good stab there. You
good
picked
burn.
your
It was a
moment
good
perfectly.
burn.
Bang.
I've been learning
Yeah.
from the man himself.
You got to pick your moments.
Pick your moments, but I guess coming into this trip though, Brent, how are you feeling? Because I mean, kind of like paint the picture of where you were at this summer and like leading up to this trip. I mean, we hadn't fished together in a long time. It feels like.
Yeah, big summer of work, not a lot of playing. So I was just looking forward to not thinking about work and getting to go have a chance at GTs and do all the saltwater stuff that I haven't had a chance to do yet. And it's like as cool as I would have imagined. We'd like to convert on the GT, but we'll see if we can make that happen. Yeah, I don't know. It's
I'm having a great time, guys.
it's a fish that like I remember being in the fly. Like I just started working in the fly shop, and that Cosmo video came out, and that was like, that's the coolest fish ever. That's the one, and I don't know. It's like as exciting and cool as I thought it would be. So it's freaking sweet.
Yeah.
It only met expectations. So far. Yeah.
I haven't got to hold one of my own.
Yeah.
You got to change your flight, dude. I can't have the no catch thing.
No donuts.
Especially
for
after
Brooksy.
your tarpon story. Like, I feel like you need this mentally.
Mm.
It's a
And
mental health flight change.
yeah,
Yeah.
explain it to your cousin. Like,
He'll understand.
Yeah.
your wedding means nothing to me. I'd rather go catch this stupid fish out at the reef.
I'd
Tell-
rather go catch this fish and then let it go.
Just tell him you'll be.
Yeah.
Tell him you'll be the next one.
Look, we know this is your first.
Yeah.
It's bound to be it.
Shout out to Brent's cousin. I hope that marriage lasts forever.
Yeah.
No, and it's like the craziest, most aggressive eats ever. And then you get to go do the flats thing on the Tuskies, and apparently there's permit here. We did see a few permit.
Yeah, we saw a few little
not up
permit,
on the
yeah.
flats, but yeah. I don't know how you don't like move to a place like this and just live there after.
Don't move here.
It sucks.
Yeah, it sucks here. I'm looking at every camera. Don't move here.
Yeah. Get all three. Make sure you get all
Yeah,
three.
yeah.
We did walk by the little shop this morning, the real estate shop.
Yeah, Big Horse was really studying. I could see you here.
I did text my wife the second night when I was, tying on a couple. I said, "Hey, we're moving here."
Text your wife. Was that like before, or after you fell off the bed and tried to call her 15 times?
that was before. That was before. Yeah.
You were pretty jacked up that
I was
night,
pretty
though.
jacked up.
Yeah.
It's jacked up, brother.
Jacked up. I feel like everybody here though that we've met and hung out with is just such a laid back attitude to life. Like you guys are not in like, maybe that's just the way it is, and we're just psychos being in the U.S. But like, there's just like a common understanding and like everything's gonna be okay.
Mm,
And maybe that's just me.
I reckon
being,
that's a bit of a preconceived like thing about Australian people, like a stereotypical thing that people are relaxed and stuff. But this area is obviously like pretty friendly. You walk down the street and say g'day to people, and people are pretty friendly the most of the time. But you're still going to get dickheads everywhere, you know.
Yeah, let's not forget the guy in the bar
Yeah.
that yelled at us.
Yeah, but you did point at him and say, "Look at this guy's haircut."
Yeah.
So you kind of had that one
It was a
coming.
horrific haircut.
Yeah, the mullet
It
Well,
was
it was a mullet.
barely
plus.
a mullet.
Yeah, it was a mullet plus a rat tail plus a.
had a bit going on.
Yeah.
little
a lot
collab. They
going on.
collaborated on something.
Yeah, I might have been being loud at that point in the night. I can't. It's a little bit foggy.
I just remember him turning to us and staring us down and like shouting at us.
Where was I?
You were at the bar. You were
Yeah,
ordering
getting
beverages,
Sambuca shots.
Sambuca.
Sambuca.
and that's
Sambuca.
probably just like
Buka.
an outsider's like naivety type of perspective coming in here, and it's just so new for us. Like you're used to it.
People are pretty friendly, I think, like around here. But
That seems still pretty beach towny.
Yeah.
Like beach
Yeah.
towns in the U.S. are a little more laid back.
yeah,
Yeah,
Less high speed than like New York City.
city vibe though, like people in cities are just a bit crankier, aren't they?
Yeah.
As you would be.
Right.
What do we got to be cranky about? Apart from the wind and the rain today.
Mm.
Hey,
Mm.
Scotty.
just all you got to be cranky about is not fishing.
Hold on.
So what'd you think of our buddy's fly he tied us? The barbless fly.
Don't throw me under the bus, dude. It looked sick, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I about shit myself when I saw that the barb was pinched on a 6 or 8/0 hook.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You're putting a big old hole in the fish's mouth anyway.
I think it's barbless is all well and good, and the thought behind it's great, looking after the fish. But when you're fly fishing, you're making it hard enough for yourself. And when you travel across the other side of the world to film videos and it's your livelihood, you'd be keeping that fucking barb as big as possible to make sure that fish sticks. GT don't give a shit about a tiny little hook like that stabbing.
Yeah, very clearly they broke.
I've caught them before with like rusting bits of hook in their eyeball, and they're like blind in one eye, and they're still attacking lures. I've seen other ones with bite marks out of them with sharks attacking them, and
Yeah.
they heal, and they still are savage. So they're a lot stronger than like fish. I think in general are pretty resilient to a lot of shit. So
Yeah.
keep your barb on your GT fly. I think
We appreciate the fly, Will, or the flies. They're badass flies.
they worked.
They worked. We caught some coral fish,
Yeah.
no,
Coral trout.
coral trout,
Yeah.
the whole thing. But tough. Makes it definitely a little challenging.
It's already hard enough.
It's already hard enough.
Yeah.
But we've only been throwing yaps.
Yeah.
Like we've only thrown yaps at the GTs. So
Not your average popper,
yeah.
which is sick. Only poppers.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I dare say that's all we will throw.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This is true.
It's forecasting that way.
Well, yeah.
No.
Fingers
Unless Brent
crossed.
takes all his flies home.
Let's have a look. Yeah, Brett takes all his rods and flies home.
Brent's like, if I can't have them, you can't have them. Oh, no.
I pretty much got to stay just to get this stuff back home, because you guys would be way overweight if I left all the gear.
Yeah.
You're right.
I was just thinking about that. I was already overweight.
Don't be so hard on yourself.
I knew that was coming. Bumps that spike. God. Well, my bag was already overweight.
When do you guys fly home? Saturday.
19th.
Yeah.
Like it looks like
Saturday-
everyone should be changing their flight a little
Saturday
bit.
afternoon, though. Saturday at 4 or something.
Oh my goodness, dude.
Is Saturday mint?
Saturday's mint, Sunday's mint.
I mean, we only have to technically change our Brisbane flight.
What time do you fly out of Brisbane?
Well, we fly out of Brisbane at 10:30 in the morning
On Sunday.
on Sunday.
Yeah, you wouldn't get there in time. Yeah, unless you got a flight Saturday night, but I don't
Take
think
the
there
bus
is.
overnight.
The
A
Greyhound.
15-hour bus ride. That'd be sick.
Oh,
After a 15-hour day
For
in the
one
boat.
for one more day on the reef.
that's
Well, you haven't really had a permit session, which is all I'm getting at. Like,
Saturday would be the day to do the permit thing.
Saturday is a really good reef day, but Sunday is also pretty good for. It'd be a real kick in the teeth.
We should stop recording. We should stop recording right now. We should stop recording because I can't put this part on record.
We'll only allow this to be listened to by certain folks. How about
I can't miss the email again.
I'm excited to see the film, man.
Yeah. I'm pumped, man. It's such a new experience for us and such a it's just so wild. Like, it's so cool to come into your world and like you see it on your YouTube channel, but to come see it in person and get to let you just like do your thing and us kind of take the reins of the camera has been fun. You know, from a different, it'll be maybe cool for you to see it from a different perspective too.
I feel like we've been fully immersed in the Brooksy experience.
Yeah.
Bit of toad racing.
It's
A
been
couple
good.
late
fish.
nights.
Couple of sambucas.
Yeah.
There's you've obviously been able to fish all over the world. Some pretty incredible places. But is there still a fish or an experience that you're like really stoked about or looking forward to doing?
Many. Well, I still haven't caught a big tuna in America after touchy subject.
Watch the whole video though. Watch the whole video.
Yeah, God, that was tough. But yeah, there's many. There's always like more fish in different places, and the tuna's obviously one that I want to get. Casting a lure, which would be nice, and land it would be nice. But tarpons, rooster fish, cubera, snapper, they're pretty typical fish, I think. But you just got to tick the box, and that's exactly you guys coming here, tick the GT box. Yeah. Time.
It's
I
never
didn't
really
hear brown trout in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Small stream cutthroat.
Yeah. Can I interest you in a brookie, Brooksy?
I'd actually love a brook trout.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great. But
Yeah, a little Brooksy
I don't know
trout.
if I could justify like the flying all the way across the world to go trout. Not like, sorry.
Do you think do you think Siren makes anything for a brook trout?
He probably could if I asked him.
Yeah. Just like a micro.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's actually pretty sick.
Trout fishing would be a cool add-on to a trip, I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I can't see myself going and doing a full-blown trout trip. Unless I'd do like Alaska or something. That'd be pretty sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alaska's cool. I don't know. I've had this, like, this is kind of how I feel, and maybe people will roast for it, but it does feel a little weird flying across the world or doing a big flight for trout for me. Like, I think I'm, like, very drawn to, like, native species and fish that are, like, supposed to be where they are. And although New Zealand, Patagonia, both would be really cool opportunities, I'm not saying I would never do them, but I don't have the draw to that as much as I do, like, big saltwater destinations.
But you can catch trout at home as
That's
well.
my
So,
point.
Yeah,
I
that's
can
like
catch-
me going, like, to be fair, I go to Oman to catch GTs, but they're a little bit different there.
Yeah.
But like if I go to Fiji or Vanuatu or something, I'm like, the last thing I'm doing is trying to catch a run-of-the-mill GT that I can catch at home. But the different species are the alluring,
Yeah.
the cool thing.
Yeah.
The what if it eats.
I'd love to see you catch a tarpon.
On the fly. In the Keys.
Yeah, on the fly would be amazing. Yeah.
I think I'd like to do it on fly more so than spin.
Yeah.
Just for the purist in me.
The Brooksy
You can see it burning.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Yeah. The Brooksy freak out when they start like just jumping around, I think it would be prime time television.
The Captain Jack run.
Yeah.
Get my fly rod.
Yeah. Dun 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 dun. Here comes Long Tom.
No, that would be sick. I'd love to do a tarpon. But where's the best place? Seems like Florida's like super hectic with jimmies and sharks and shit. Is it?
I think that's like in the U.S. I feel like that's the premier fishery for tarpon. Like you can get tarpon. There's like sneaky spots.
But where's the best place on Earth?
Best place on Earth
For like the biggest ones,
for
or
like many big.
I have
no people.
I feel like Cuba is pretty good.
I could get around Cuba.
Look, I'm not a genuine tarpon fisherman. I've done it a handful of times.
Have you caught a big one? Any of you guys?
I've hooked some big ones, but I haven't.
I've never fished one.
I've gone full brown trout mode when I've hooked them though.
What do you mean?
Like rod over my head, hoi! Like do it, not keeping rod angles low. Like I started spinning up the line. It was earlier on in my fly fishing experience. I actually didn't like. Yeah, you're the best. We know that.
No. I'm saying like I wouldn't have a fucking clue what's going on. I don't even know what's. Like.
You don't have like bad trout habits though.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
like I went back to like.
So the trout, you strike like this. Huh? You lift the rod.
Yeah. Rod's a lot of times is up here, and so I hooked one in Cuba that immediately started freaking out and going behind the boat, and I like rod high, spinning the line in. Like that fish was taking line just fine. Like I didn't need to do all that exercise. I went full brown trout mode. It was bad news. And then I didn't get to fish because my friend Mark took his time catching fish in Puerto Rico. Yeah, cheers, Mark. He took his time catching tarpon in Puerto Rico for a shoot, and half the reason I was going to go on this trip was so I could also fish for them, and I didn't get to fish for them at all, except for a lunch break, which was bullshit.
This is camera guy problems here.
This is camera guy problems.
Like, you sound like Godfrey here, like going like, I came on this trip to catch a permit, but.
Well, it was actually, I knew I wasn't going to get paid much for the shoot, you know? It was like,
the trade-off.
It was like we had agreed on it, you know? But I got sick, whatever. I got sick.
Mark.
Missed one day. Mark was like a little bit, he wasn't converting, you know? But I would say Puerto Rico would be like, in my limited experience, the Puerto Rico fishery is pretty cool. Like there are resident fish there that are like $1.60
pounds.
Yeah.
Big.
Yeah, and then there's like they have some juvenile fisheries that are like up to like 20 or 30 pounds, so you can catch a bunch of them in a day. And then there's also like a bunch of residents that are like 100-ish pounds. So there's like a good mix, and you get a lot of shots. Where I feel like and again, this is limited experience talking, so kill me in the comments, whatever. In my understanding of Florida is, you know, that a lot of I've hooked tarpon there as well, but the resident tarpon there are smaller than that. The big ones are the ones that are migratory. They're coming. They're making the big.
Do you have many tarpon dudes in your watching, listening?
I don't know. I mean, we definitely have folks who reach out, and have reached out just about coming to do tarpon, or hey, you should do a tarpon deal. And I definitely want to. I think next year, definitely something we've talked about. Brent, I mean, I guess you could speak on your Keys experience, how that was. Cause
but I'm like a fly guy through and through. So the Keys is like got all the history and all the cool characters in it that, like, to me, that's where you go to catch a tarpon on a fly rod, just because of everything surrounding it. But like, if you don't want people on the water, definitely not the place to go.
Well, I just can't I don't really love the being fishing and there's 30 boats around you, that kind of style like that.
Yeah, they kind of keep their distance enough. But yeah,
that's Matthew. Hey,
a local celebrity over here.
Hardly.
Just the moms of the beach.
Arley Beach. Yeah, well.
So tarpon's on the list, though.
Tarpon would be great.
Yeah.
Let's go tarpon fishing somewhere.
I would love that.
Dude, we should do a tarpon trip somewhere in the Caribbean or something like that. Find a cool spot.
Caribbean.
The Caribbean, yes.
Yeah.
And let's go catch some GTs.
Yes, dude.
Have you sorted it out, dude?
We've been working, busy.
We're about to go do it over Macca's.
I've heard nothing but excuses about these flight changes.
He's not committing.
He's still not committed. Look, you can see the doubt.
We can't do it. I'm going to be sitting here on my phone while you
I
guys are
think the
chatting.
audience would support that.
10
If they
minute
don't,
break
they
here.
can sound off in the comments.
It's a charge if you like. But you do you, man. Don't worry. Like we're gonna be catching GTs. Whether you're there or not is completely in your own court. I'd love to see it though. I
Would be
felt like
epic.
you got so like he was the luckiest guy on earth. You were the unluckiest guy on earth.
Yeah, the leader did break just middle.
Yeah.
You
Which
did
sucks.
everything right. That was the thing. It ate it.
It didn't get in the boat.
Was it the
yeah.
lead? Like, was it the lead? No, I'm not. I'm not even gonna go there, bro.
No curly Q on that one.
Yeah, that was a hard slice.
Well,
Let's
Well-
wrap this up so we can get the flights changed.
we're doing it. We're doing it. We're gonna switch it up. Brooksy, appreciate you having us, dude,
No worries.
and hosting us.
Anytime, boys.
It's been a blast on and off the water. It's just been fun to hang. All you guys listening, watching, please go check out Brooksy's channel. Just type in Brooksy on YouTube or Instagram. Or Instagram, you can go to the Froth Cafe 03, is it?
2.
Froth Cafe 2.
Froth
Two.
Cafe
Long story.
2.
We don't need to go into that.
And yeah,
Probably
check
should
out
change
some
that.
of his stuff. It's incredible. Some of the videos that they make and just some of the fishing out here is amazing. So definitely go check it out. And we're gonna go to Macca's. You
Big
got
Mac.
any
Let's
closing
go.
thoughts for us?
I just want Brent to sort his shit out, basically. No, I think, yeah, it's been an awesome, like, little trip here, and I'm stoked that it's, what?
You jacked up.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I'm jacked up, yeah. That
Dog.
we managed to tick a few off straight away, relieve a bit of pressure, and now it's just all gravy apart from Brent.
Well, let's get it done, baby.
Let's get it done.
The heckles are only going to get bigger from here, boys. Nah, we'll be right. We'll get them.
Hell yeah. Well, yeah, I'm sure. I think Brooksy's making a video for this, and we've got like a series that'll probably be up when you guys are listening to this pod. So check it out. Follow along. Thanks for listening. Check out Brooksy. These boys on Instagram. I'll link it all below. And we'll see you boys later. Let's get to it.
Macca's.
Macca's.
Easy.
Boom.